Bible said in chapter 5 of the book of Mark that they had tried to bind him with chains, imprisonment, but the prison system couldn't help him. They tried to bind him up with cords. Went to the insane asylum, but the psychiatry on the ward finally said there is no help for him. But then Jesus showed up. Jesus said, you know what, I could have went to Jordan, or I could have been to other spots in the sea. I could have put my boat anywhere I wanted to, but I had a point of destiny with a person that was of interest to me, but nobody else. Matter of fact, there was probably at least one more, Brother Brandon, that was worried about him, and it was that gray-haired mama that saw him at 12-year-old pick up the syringe, or 13-year-old pick up the pipe of crack, and she was at home in her rocking chair praying, God, please don't let Johnny die in that graveyard. The Bible said that he stayed in there screaming day and night. I challenge you to read the story. The Bible said that when Jesus showed up, if you want to know where running is in the Bible, this demon-possessed, wasted, ruined, tormented man that was so full of the devil, the Bible said he cocked his head and he started looking around. He said, oh my God, I feel something in the atmosphere I hadn't felt in a long time. I want to challenge you, backslider. Somebody's waiting for you to get up and get to your position. I want to challenge you, backslidden preacher. Don't you give up on your ministry. I want to challenge you, mother of the church. You might have failed God, but it's time to go forward no matter the crisis. Let's love them in the Holy Ghost. God, I love you. I love you, Jesus. I believe God is speaking to somebody. The Bible said that man, he may be seated, that is not even dignified by name. The Bible said he started running to Jesus. He started running. The Bible said he fell down and worshiped him. Jesus said, what's your name? But he wasn't speaking to the man because he knew the man's name. He was speaking to about 6,000 demons that controlled the man. Every one of them saying, no trespassing. You're wasting your time here. We've tried all the scribes and the Pharisees. We've tried all the churches and the doctors. This guy belongs to me. Jesus said, what's your name? The man with tears running down his aisle, syringe in his pocket, a knife that had cut himself the night before. In his pocket, he said, my name is Legion, for there are many that control me. I try to go to church, but I'm caught up in pornography. I try to walk away from dope, but my friends keep binding me up. I try to be a dad, but I'm never there. I try to be right and pray through, but I always end up at the same spot. He'd been at that spot before. He had gave his heart to other people. They trampled it. He had told them he didn't want to cut himself. Let me just challenge the intellect here today. I've worked with addicts for 17 years. I've never met one that do what you say they do. They want to be drug addicts. Oh, they want to be hooked on pornography. They want to be bad dads and horrible moms. They want to be adulterers. No, they don't. They bound up by a legion. You may not think it's worth your time to go by and say, you know what? I know you've been to the doctor, and I know you've been to the psychologist. I know you've been married 3 times, and I know the crack dealer thinks he owns you. But throw the black book away and let me give you another black book called the Eternal Holy Bible. God's got a plan. Bible said that when Jesus got through investing in him, he cast out a legion of devils into the swine. The swine ran violently off the cliff into water. A segment of God's power, of deity and humanity in the human flesh and blood that speaks of relationship and then baptism that killed every one of the demons. And then the man with clarity of heart, sitting, clothed, and in his right mind. Some of you just happy to be free. Some of you just happy to be out of prison. Some of you are glad that you're not smoking crack. Somebody asked me the other day, been a while back actually, why do you do what you do, Brother Parker? Why do you put up with people? Why do you do that? And I looked them cold dead in the eye and I said, because I've got a personal vendetta against hell. Every day I wake up, I'm not looking for fame or fortune. Every day that I wake up, I'm not looking for somebody to say, oh, he's a great man of God. But I'm looking for somebody that's crushed, crumbled, destroyed, that says, Brother Parker, can you help me? And I look them dead in the eye and say, no, I can't. But I'm in contact with somebody that can help you and will help you and does help you. Over 18 years of sobriety since the needle's been in my arm. 18 years of sobriety, not without failures, not without emptiness, not without a battle. 18 years I could walk away and say, I want to go pastor a normal church. I don't want a pastor a dead, dry, non-worshiping, hypocritical church. I want to be in the mainstream, cocked up against the devil. I want to be somewhere in the midst where I see people crawl in, but 3 services later, dancing. I want to see people like Kelly Buffet that lost her kids, but God had the final say and gave